Now let me tell you something about Equity Trust. I first met John, 19 years ago? And I got my first IRA. I actually transferred a 401 over to a standard IRA. And since then I've moved that all to Roth IRA. I have bought and sold homes in my Roth IRA. You know what that means? That means I don't pay a bit of tax on that. Not at all. And since I sold a apartment complex a couple of years ago and had to pay 38% on that, I was not happy. So I'd like to introduce a very close friend of mine, John Bowens from Equity Trust.
Good evening, good afternoon, whatever time it is. Am I on? Can you guys hear me? Yeah. Okay. How's everybody doing this evening? Great. Good? Good? Okay. So what I will do for you this evening is I'll go through 45 to 50 minutes of content. I'm going to push a lot of content to you, a lot of information, a lot of education. I want to reserve some time for Q&A because I know that there are folks in here that have been to some self-directed IRA seminars or workshops before. Some of you have experience, some of you don't. I want to make sure I give you the foundations and then give you an opportunity to ask some questions. And I understand that you do have a deadline to get out of here by, so I'll make sure that I wrap up and conclude my comments on time for everybody. All right, by way of introduction, and I appreciate the introduction, John Bowens. I am with Equity Trust Company. For those of you that aren't familiar with Equity Trust, we are a directed IRA custodian. And what that means is we allow individuals to use their retirement accounts, their IRAs, their 401k rollovers, their other investment accounts to invest in real estate and various other real estate-based assets. Now you will learn that we have customers that use their retirement accounts to invest in other types of what we call alternative investments or private market investments. Private equity, hedge funds, investments in cryptocurrency, physical gold and silver. I'm not going to spend time on those specific asset classes. If that was something of interest to you, I'd be happy to have a more in-depth conversation. I have lots of training on YouTube and all of our websites, so I can certainly point you in the right direction. But ultimately, I want to spend my time talking about real estate. Now, on a personal side, I'm a real estate investor. My wife and I, we own single-family properties. We're also private money lenders. By the way, one quick disclaimer. Yes, I'm mentioning that I'm a private money lender. I'll probably, at some point in the presentation, show you some of the transactions that I've done. That is not an open invitation to stop me. Of all places, it always seems to happen in the bathroom and ask me for private money. I was hoping I would get some laughs, and it was late. By the way, disclaimer, and I have lots of disclaimers because I spend most of my time in regulatory aspects of the business. I have a very dry sense of humor. I spend my time in the various areas of the Internal Revenue Code and IRS publications. So if I tell a joke over the next 50 minutes that doesn't land well, just laugh at me. Everybody good with that? Okay. We're going to have a lot of fun though. It's going to be very educational, very informative. All right. I want you to think about this. Some of you might be thinking, well, wait a second. I don't have an IRA, and that's really not a focus of mine right now. And if you want to be honest and raise your hand and say that's you, go ahead and raise your hand. If you don't, that's okay. Is anybody there? Is anyone saying, hey, retirement accounts are not my focus? That's okay, because I'll tell you, it might be your focus in the future. So the information is important. The other reason why is because you want to be thinking about how you can do deals with what I call financial friends. So write down financial friends. And you're going to learn through this presentation, when I talk about some of the rules and guidelines, why financial friends become very, very important to you. And note this fact. There's over $13.6 trillion in IRAs. $13.6 trillion in IRAs. And do you think that there are folks that have money sitting on the sidelines, dry powder sitting on the sidelines? You guys think they do? They absolutely do. I've been in financial services for nearly 20 years, in real estate for nearly 20 years. I've been with Equity Trust for over 15 years. There's dry powder sitting on the sidelines. Now, yes, the stock market, would you
Greater Dayton RIA is a great source of information for real estate investors. You can learn what you need to do to succeed. You can learn the different opportunities that there are in the marketplace, and you can meet a lot of people that know about this from their own experience.
It's a fantastic organization because you can network with more seasoned investors. You meet all kinds of different vendors each time, insurance companies, title companies. There's always a different group of people here. And even though I've been involved in real estate since '99, every time I come to a meeting I learn something different. You could also find contractors here. It's just a really great way to network.
The benefits that I've gotten from GD RIA over the years is being able to tap into a pool of knowledge from experienced investors, experienced speakers that allow me to overcome any obstacles I might have from what I'm not familiar with.
GD RIA, we learned that this is a team sport, and being a landlord requires quite a few people to help. In GD RIA, we found our accountant, attorney, property manager, realtor who furnishes the leads for the properties, and I believe the appraisers.
GD RIA in 2010 to invest. The whole team was there. I had a property manager, realtors who had deals, and now I have 4 houses that are all turnkey solutions. I've invested in private LLCs. I didn't bought a note. So by joining an organization like GD RIA, you too can learn how to be a good investor.
And we are an approved vendor with GD RIA. We've been with you guys about 4 or 5 years now, and we love networking with the members, and we're here to help. So anything that they need help with, you can find us here every meeting and ask us whatever questions you need to.
You guys have a location?